I moved from Singapore to Indonesia for my child's education. These are the differences I noticed now that we're almost done with the semester. My daughter finds her school really easy, and she was transferring from an international school in Singapore, SAS, to another international school, JIS. And it's definitely making me nervous because JIS has no homework or assessments, so I don't know how my daughter is doing. All I know is that she's often bored. Luckily, the teachers are really supportive and they let her read a book. I still really love JIS. So you can see all the teachers and the staff have so much love for the kids. And because it is a smaller school than SAS, I mean, SAS just for first grade alone, I think they have 16 classes with like 32 kids per class. So it's a huge school. I've been there during drop-off. I admire how they've never lost a child because it is so chaotic and scary. Meanwhile, just for first grade, there's only 2 classes. I think there's only 16 kids each class. It's a much smaller school. As a result, the teachers can know you personally. People can even remember a student's specific niche interests, which I thought was really, really sweet. I don't think that's possible in SAS. In Indonesia, I find myself significantly less tense with adults around my child than in Singapore. And I know Singaporeans are going to be like, what the heck? Singapore is so much safer. I get it. But from my experience as a mom, there are way more people who just hate children in Singapore. And those people are dying to find an excuse to yell at a child, so I'm perpetually tense, making sure I'm ready to step in between those crazy people and my daughter. Look at the recent case of a girl who was body slammed at MRT by a grown woman because she accidentally bumped into her. My daughter has gotten preemptively scolded multiple times. Like, she hasn't done anything, but somebody feels the need to scold her. One time she was walking into a museum with her friend. Both girls were not talking, they were not running, they were just holding hands, walking in, and this lady just jumped in and started scolding them, going like, hey, you two better not scream, better not run around, better not touch anything. And I had to step in between the 2 girls who were getting scared because they're getting yelled at by a grown woman who had, even though they haven't done anything. And I have to be like, look, the girls know how to behave. Leave them alone. In Indonesia, there's just so much love for kids. I never need to worry about that happening. So I do feel much safer in that sense. But obviously I worry more about safety here, so there's no way I let my kid wander off on her own like I do in Singapore. And unfortunately, one of the downsides of Indonesians being so nice to kids is that kids can get away with way worse behavior here. I frequently see kids ages 7 to 10 throwing public tantrums in malls, which shocks me because past age 5, barring neurodivergence, there should not be a reason why your kids are still throwing public tantrums. Something has gone very wrong parenting-wise there. I see kids in public watching their iPads with the volume on full blast, not caring if they're disturbing anybody else, running around, screaming. I do worry my daughter's gonna pick up those behaviors because while it's okay in Indonesia, I understand it's cultural difference, not hating, but we do plan on traveling quite a bit, and that kind of behavior will not be tolerated in a lot of countries we go to. So I don't want my daughter to not be able to behave when we're traveling. Stupid pimple is taking so long to cover up. Also, playdates are much harder to arrange just because in Jakarta, due to traffic, going to a different neighborhood is like a day trip. It's not like in Singapore where I can have 3 playdates in a day and sometimes they just run into each other and become one giant playdate. It's so fun. I really miss that about Singapore. That's the biggest adjustment for me and Evie. Let me know if you want me to make more of this. I definitely have a longer list.